people whose will was stolen in this particular election. Yes,
you have 7 days to challenge in court. Are you going to take any challenge to court?
Are you going to court, Ostalos?
What is your appetite with the legal rules, my brother? Yeah. We have said our position as a movement, that we said we need a new, fresh, and proper election in this country, whose process is scaffolded by SADC, by the African Union, and all the interested parties in the democracy of our country. Yes, Rutendo?
I was saying, how do you get SADC and the AU to mediate in this crisis and call for a fresh election when Zimbabwe says it's a sovereign country? And question number 2, have you already communicated with SADC and African Union, or this is just your position as a party?
Look, I'm sure Rutendo, as a student of international relations, you understand that Zimbabwe does not work in isolation. It exists, and I'm sure that our friends in ZANU-PF understand that very well. And that the mantra, Zimbabwe has been isolated from the international community thanks to exhausted political rhetoric that has caused problems and suffering for our people. What we need right now is not further isolation of our country. We need to make sure that we engage with our friends and brothers in the region. Zimbabwe is a burden to South Africa. Zimbabwe is a burden to different countries in the world. What we must do is to sit down as Zimbabweans, make sure that we resolve our domestic problem, but we have to have our friends. SADC is mandated, and I'm sure you understand that its creation and its responsibility is helping Zimbabweans, helping member states to resolve such political crisis, because we have to have a sustainable solution to the trouble that is bedeviling our country.
Mrs. Ziva, are you going to court? We have seen circulation of papers circulating, attempting like you want to go to the Concord to challenge the presidential vote. In a very clear terms, are you going to court challenge the presidential vote, or you are abandoning that route? Yes or no?
Thank you very much. Triple C is very clear in terms of its resolution. The resolution of the Citizens Coalition for Change, led by the Nelson Chamisa, is that the election in Zimbabwe was flawed, and the election must be the only route to resolve the crisis in this country. How do we go there to restore legitimacy in our country? We must make sure that a new, fresh, and a credible election is brought in, and it must be scaffolded by SADC, guaranteed by SADC and the African Union and other critical players, because it takes two to tango. ZANU-PF cannot run this country alone. It takes two to tango. We must make sure that we bring help to Zimbabwe. And our process, my brother, so that we don't put the cart before the horse, it will include a lot of conversation with the Zimbabweans domestically. You are going to see us engaging with members of the church. You are going to see us engaging with other political parties. You are going to see us engaging with regional and international players. I'm sure you are conscious that SADC has deployed a team here in Zimbabwe, and we're going to be engaging with different players so that we resolve the crisis of legitimacy. And that crisis is born out of a stolen election. And the solution in this country lies nowhere than making a free and having a credible election in this country.
How do you prove the stolen election?
Are you worried? Are you not worried that South Africa president has congratulated President Emmerson Mnangagwa for his win? In Namibia, the president there has also followed suit. And these are the key players of SADC. And you are here telling us that you are going to engage SADC, which is already congratulating President Emmerson Mnangagwa for his victory.
Thank you very much. I'm not so sure if you understand geopolitics and the influence of certain parties in the regional body, because it is very clear, my brother Blessing, a congratulatory message, a WhatsApp message, or a Twitter message does not define domestic and international politics. Domestic and international politics is defined by an election, is defined by the constitution of our country, is defined by rules and regulations that govern SADC. And it is those rules and regulations by SADC and us as member states that compel us to have those particular conversations with different players in the region. Members of the 40 states...
No. Ostalos, one more.
Thank you. We have got one more from SFAT and we're done. Thank you very much.
Okay. You're speaking for yourself. You were elected and declared a member of parliament in this election. Do you accept that declaration? Are you going to accept being a member of parliament?
Thank you very much. I'm sure you understand that I'm not here to speak on my own behalf. I speak on behalf of the Citizens Coalition for Change and the dejected masses of our people, millions that voted for the alternative and that expect change, and their will was bastardized, and those Zimbabweans want a free, fair and fresh election whose solution is going to guarantee a long and lasting solution to the crisis that is facing our country. We want that to happen in the shortest period of time. Thank you very much.
Are you privy to why Kikwete is around.